All right. Hi, everyone. This is Gilberto from Maverick Media Lab, and I'm on here with one of our clients, Yoandra Lopez, who's with J&J Worldwide Financial. Yoandra, thanks for joining us here and talking about your experience with our company.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So just so that everyone that will be watching this has a bit of context on you, can you just kind of give us a little bit of your background and who you are?
Okay, I'm in the industry as a loan officer for roughly 3.5 years. Before that, I was on banking for my last 7 years, so I'm very excited to be in the industry, but without any connections on the sector, so it's been a little bit challenged to get in contact with those realtors. I can say that I had tried different companies before to get me those appointments, and none of those companies work out. I also have speak with friends that are not very outgoing and they try as well and I pay them, but I never like with your company. It's really been, very successful, those meetings.
Love hearing that. And what was before kind of like working with us, like what was kind of like the biggest kind of bottlenecks or kind of struggles when it came to like getting referral partners? Was it like kind of like time? Was it just like, just not enough time to do the outreach, or what were some of the things that were stopping you from getting enough meetings with real estate agents?
I didn't have the time to put on it and making those calls. I also was, very, very scared to making those calls and very scared of the rejections of, no, I don't want to meet with you. So that was one of the biggest challenges. And I feel depressed after those no. I didn't want to continue calling those people. So definitely time and your self-esteem and doing those calls. You have to be, you have to be an expert to be able to take all those rejections and move forward and
You'd have to be like a robot to be getting that many rejections, especially like where you're at with Miami and stuff. They could be kind of like just even more ruthless in your area.
And sometimes you just call and say, what are you giving me? What's the return if I do business with you? I spoke with you, so it was a little bit shocking.
Yeah. So you had done those calls beforehand, like before even like I'm thinking about working with someone, you had already done those calls and kind of saw that that wouldn't be the way. That's not the way that you're going to be like, doing that for much longer. That makes sense. You had also worked with other companies before in the past. Was that, what had happened there? Like, was it just that you weren't able to get enough meetings, or what had happened?
I wasn't getting those meetings. I had another company that I work, they're based in Philippines as well. I tried for about 3 months, and probably in those 3 months, I had like 3 or 4 appointments, never more than that.
Wow.
So I say, no, this is not the way to go. And I say, I had a couple of friends that I know they're very outgoing, say, please make me those calls and try to do the appointments. Neither of those try work out. So super happy.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing, especially to do it consistently over and over each day. Like, definitely takes.
I know now I'm doing something else, but I know somebody's calling on my behalf. I'm booking those appointments, and that's like, I know I'm not doing it, but if somebody else is doing it for me, so I know it's working. So
absolutely.
That's a plus.
What are some of the results now? Like, can you tell us a little bit about that? Like in terms of like meetings, like per week, the quality of the appointments, like how does that look like now?
Number one, they're qualified realtors. So I know I'm speaking with someone that is doing business. It's not someone that is part-time and they don't do much. So that's something that I don't have to be struggling with. When I speak with those realtors, I know they're working and they're doing business. So that's number one. And number two, as soon as they call, I know they expecting me. So it's completely different the way that you know the conversation when they expecting you to call.
Yeah. So it's basically like a very like warm call. Like they already know like why they're on the call and they're already expecting you to call them, right?
Yes. So
got it.
And then makes a huge difference.
Yeah, big difference, right? Like compared to cold calls where it's just like dealing with like rude agents and stuff. Yeah. Awesome. And tell us about like the number of referrals that you've gotten so far. So like now we've had like agents that are coming in, like meetings that are being booked, like how many referrals have you gotten so far from the agents?
I'm getting about two, I will say 3 meetings per week. I haven't gotten much referral from the angels yet because I started like 2 months now, and it's building those relationships, not like a calling and they're gonna send me a lead
Yeah,
right
of
away,
course.
but at least we're building that. Also, I'm getting better every time that I spoke one of the realtors. It's been easy for me to get those meetings. At the beginning, I was super nervous. I didn't know what to say, but now it's pretty natural. Like, spoke, we say, if you want me to give you a call back, I call back next week. Things like that. Like, it's going pretty well. I'm pretty sure, I want to get better and better. I'll definitely bring those calls to real numbers and doing business together, which is the goal.
Awesome. What's been like your favorite part about everything with just like having the appointment setter and all of that? Like what's been your favorite part about everything?
As I say, they expecting my call. That made the conversation pretty easy. They know who
Yeah.
we are calling, what they wanted. So it's not like you calling out of the blue. I say, no, this call is to introduce myself. This is what I do. I see your profile. You've been really good in the market. Now everything is super tight and super slow this morning, like it's because people are on vacation and taking advantage of this time of the year. But hopefully next month will be a lot better.
Love it. Awesome. And what would you say to someone who's like on the fence about working with us and considering working with Maverick Media Lab? What'd you say to that person who might be thinking about it right now?
I will say I recommend it 100%. You will see the difference, and if you're doing something or you're working alone, spending time with clients, that give you the opportunity to spend more time with the clients, doing long consultations instead of just trying to make those calls or get those leads for the realtor. So definitely I recommend it. It
Love it.
is gonna it's worth it. The expense is worth it.
How much do you have a ballpark number of how much time has been saved, like compared to you doing like the cold calls, compared to now, like how much time that's kind of saved with having the appointment setter?
I would say weekly will be like 10 hours weekly that I'm saving on that. Because as I say, I don't have to make any call. My appointment is already set. When I call, they expecting me. I send an email, my info, and then it's just matter to follow those realtors.
Love it. Yeah, that's the recent client interview that I had before this. The client before that said that it's kind of around there, like 10 to 20 hours usually on average. Because they were doing it before themselves as well. And like now they don't have to like worry about it. They just like take the meetings, they see it on their calendar, and like now it's just like they don't even think about it. It's just like on their calendar.
I see my VA one day, she's called 68, 69. So I don't have the time to just dialing those numbers, how much time it will take me. So definitely I don't have the time to do it.
How many calls are they getting daily? What does that look like?
That's what I say. They make, I don't know, 60, 50. They send text messages that I can see on the program. So they making those calls. As I say, how even though it's short period of time, one day, 2 minutes for call, how many minutes in the day I should have to put to get one appointment. So it's definitely worth it.
Love it. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're seeing the results and the quality of meetings. Is there
Yes.
any like concluding things or anything else you would like to say to someone who's like, kind of on the fence, or any like kind of words of advice when it comes to like growing their referral partnerships?
I will say don't hesitate, do it, do the investment, it's worth it. I'm not getting paid for saying this. This is I spend the money as well. So I definitely recommend it.
Awesome. I appreciate that.